A very warm welcome to all of you. I hope the preliminary examination went well for most of you. For those of you who are sure about clearing the prelims, please do not waste time. Start with any test series which you might have thought of, and please start preparing. Please start having a plan. Prepare that plan. Schedule your tests, and it's been 9 days to the examination now. And now I think it's high time that you should get back to studies. Plan your coming 2.5 months, how you're going to spend it, distribute the time between general studies, optional, giving more time to, let's say, essays and ethics and optionals, but not giving insufficient time to the rest of the general studies papers also. But please do make a plan. For those of you who are absolutely clear about clearing the prelims. Even for those of you who are not sure about clearing the prelims, please do not waste time, because a very important thing which you should remember is that this is the time when you are going to study for mains. God forbid if things do not take the turn which is in your favor, which is that you are not fortunate enough to clear this time, then you will be appearing next year, assuming this is the scenario with most of you. Then in that case, this is the time period whereby you should be studying for your mains examination, which is the October, November, December, to a certain extent January also, because after that, from the Feb onwards, again you will be starting your preparation for the preliminary examination. The prelim is now in the starting of the June itself in 2022. So again you will not have time for the preparation of mains. So even those students who are unsure about clearing but have this dream or have this plan that they'll be appearing again next year, this is the right time to study for the mains examination, for the general studies, for the optional, for your preparation of ethics, or having better articulation when it comes to essay. Having said that, the purpose of this video, we intend to help you in the preparation of your political science and international relations, and for that I've come up with a new plan, a new course for the coming 2.5 months of your time, whereby the idea is to help you. The idea is to provide you with the UPSC standard questions and full length papers in a simulated environment, so that you can attempt those questions within a period of 3 hours and see where you stand, and at the same time provide you with a personal hand-holding so that the relative strengths and the weaknesses can be exploited. Well, the strengths can be exploited and the weaknesses can be plugged, so that final day you can attempt in a little bit better manner. That is the idea of the entire program. So let me tell you about the specifics of the program. It's a test series cum crash course. It's not entirely a test series. It incorporates certain elements of the crash course also, whereby there will be certain lectures along with the full length test papers. First of all, we have 4 sectional and 4 comprehensive tests. 4 sectional tests comprising of the 2 sections of each paper of PSIR. First section political theory, second IGP for paper 1, and then similarly for paper 2 we have the theory of higher and comparative politics, first section, and the second section regarding the India and world portion. So 4 sectional tests and 4 comprehensive full length tests for PSIR. Then there are discussion cum value addition videos. Again, you all know about this. Certain additional lectures to revise important topics. We will be providing you as a part of the program. There will be these videos which I'll be providing to you, and those videos, the plan for the videos I'll talk to you, but the idea would be to help you revise things and to give you certain pointers which are important from the examination perspective from the major areas of the political science. That is the idea. Stay with me. Then there is this important aspect of personal hand-holding, which is important and which I think you should listen with a little bit more attentiveness. Every day there is a plan of giving you questions. Every day a set of questions will be released in the evening on the predetermined part of the syllabus. So I have distributed the entire syllabus, basically a daily target for you. This is the plan, the broad plan. You can download the plan from the description section. The plan starts from 19th of October, whereby I have distributed the syllabus. 19th of October, Western political thought, Plato, Aristotle, Machiavelli, Hobbes. So the idea is that you will be revising this at your end as a part of the daily targets. Now, the idea is that you study the entire day, and in the evening, either you write 2 or 3 questions, or you look at the questions from those particular areas and try to have a framework in mind whereby you can understand that whatever you have understood, are you able to attempt the question or not. Studying the entire day, then half an hour or 1 hour in the evening or at the night, whatever suits you, that time whereby you will see whatever you have understood, whether you are able to attempt a question or not. The idea is not merely studying. The idea is you should study along with questions. These questions will be released. These questions will not be traditional questions. These questions will invoke certain, it will basically push you to think in a certain manner. For example, if there's a question on Plato, it will include certain element which is not normally seen in questions, and this aspect will push you to think whether you have actually studied correctly or not. So in this manner, the idea is that every day some questions you should be either attempting, obviously at your convenience. If you are able to attempt, then it is the best thing. 2 or 3 questions every day attempting is more than sufficient. Or if you are unable to attempt, then you should see the manner in which the question is coming and try to formulate a structure in your mind. That is the idea. So you do that as a part of this. So it's absolutely on you whether you consider writing any answer on that or not. Now this activity will go on for a number of days, and you will be doing this at your own end. And then on the Saturdays and the Sundays, we'll be having a lecture. The idea will be that I'll be revising the previous 4 days. Let's say you have covered this and the previous ones. You have covered this as a part of your preparation. Then on Saturday, there will be a video which will be released, which will be basically a revision of all this from the perspective of examination, which will include value addition pointers, which will include, let's say, the revision of scholars, which will include, let's say, asking you to think on particular aspects, and basically the entire revision of the important areas. This is how the videos are thought to be incorporated in your study schedule. Okay, again we have the Saturdays and the Sundays for the lectures. Then on Monday, which is the 25th of October, we have the first full length paper. So you have this 6 days to revise at your end the political theory, listen to the lecture, Sunday listen to the lecture, then come and write the tests. The tests are flexible, you can write at your own convenience. However, I would suggest that if you follow the schedule, then it will be it will be a little bit more useful for you, because you will be pushed to revise complete in a certain period of time. Otherwise you will be stretching yourself too much if you do not have targets at your end. So try to write within the prescribed date which is given to you. Otherwise, obviously, you have the flexibility at your end and you can write whenever you want to. This is the idea first. Secondly, stay with me. Okay, I'll be available at the KSG's ORN center offline. You can come and write the tests at the offline centers, or if you are outside Delhi, you can write at your own end and you can upload on the portal. The tests will be corrected and they will be provided to you. Now, coming back to the schedule. Another important element of the course is that we are not going ahead with the traditional way of doing things, that is paper 1 and then paper 2. The idea is a little different. The idea is this. Okay. The idea is that 25th October there will be a first full test of paper 1 part A, which is the political theory. Why? Because this aspect is problematic for a lot of students. This aspect includes abstract thinking, this aspect includes a lot of scholars, and many people are not comfortable with this area, and hence we will have the first paper for this only, so that you start this preparation early on as a part of your 2.5 months strategy. But then the point is, then comes the part of Indian government and politics portion, which is a huge overlap with general studies too, and for which you can write answers if you have certain knowledge of general studies too also. Obviously that answers will not fetch you that much marks, but yes, still you can write good answers for that portion, and hence that portion has been relegated towards the end. And instead of that, the plan is that next paper is of paper 2 part A, which is the comparative politics and the theory of IR. Now why is this? This is because for most of the students the issue is paper 2. A lot of students have done paper 1 at their end in a much better manner, but paper 2 remains to be an area whereby people are not confident. Hence again, because of this reason also, we are keeping this paper 2 part A or the entire paper 2 first, and then we'll be going towards the remaining portion of the paper 1 at a later stage. So first you will have paper 1 part A political theory, then you will have paper 2 part A, which is the theory of IR and comparative politics. And similarly, then you will have a 21st November next paper, which will be about the India and world portion. Again, this portion is extremely important. This is a very scoring portion, but the problem is that most of the candidates have not done any kind of answer writing for this section also. So the idea is that you write first these papers and then move on to the stage of the Indian government and politics. First thing. Second thing, I'm giving a substantial time gap between the papers so that this idea can be fulfilled in a much better manner. Now, initially for the political theory portion, some questions will be given. You can attempt at your end. Obviously, these questions will be of the nature which will be ask you to do the most work. The lectures, I will be, revising things for you. After the paper, we'll have again the lecture whereby the revision will be there. At the same time, the discussion will also take place for the tests. Now, you can go through this entire schedule at your end. The idea, basically tasks have been given on this side, on this column, particular column. When we come to the Indian foreign policy, so you will be reaching to the Indian foreign policy as part of this plan from the 9th of November. Now this becomes important. Now these areas are highly dynamic, and hence some questions will be provided for these areas also, for which you will be writing answers. Now my personal opinion is write answers for this part rather than studying. Whatever material you have at your end, study that material. Every day write questions, especially for this portion, starting from 9th of November and write it till you have 20th of November. So a lot of time for you to write answers, and then you come for the paper. Within this time, it is important that we'll have lectures also whereby I'll be revising these topics with you also. So these lectures should be seen as revision lectures, which will help you revise. You are already revising at your end. Then you come for the paper, you give the paper, and the next lecture will be about the discussion of that. This is the broad idea. So these lectures have to be seen in the manner that they will be revision lectures, they will be discussion videos, and there will be value addition within these lectures. So this is the broad idea of the plan. Finally, again, for the last portion, whatever is important I have provided you. Wherever you have to look for current interventions, for example, this topic of statutory institutions and commissions, you have to look for current interventions. Whatever data you have at your end, just revise it, look for current interventions, and then write an answer or come prepared with that for the examination. There are certain questions with respect to these topics for which it is important that you attempt the PYQs. Again, questions will be provided, but you should attempt PYQ, and if you do not have access to PYQ, please please invest by buying a booklet for that also. It is going to help you final day. This is the broad idea. And then finally we have the 5th December, whereby the full length paper of section B IGP will take place. This portion, paper 1 section B, we will be completing by 5th of December. So the idea is that comprehensive preparation will be done, writing a lot of answers, lectures, then again coming to the institution, giving the examination, then attending the discussion lecture, so that we can do this entire syllabus in a very comprehensive manner. And once we have done this in a comprehensive manner, then you have to again go and revise at your end and come for the final papers. By the 12th of December, you have first full length paper 1 and paper 2. So you come, you write both the papers together. Then 19th December, again you come and write both the papers. So by 20th of December, the entire thing would have been finished and you should be prepared in a much better manner for your PSIR. This is the broad idea for the entire plan. Okay, so let me go back to this one. You can come to the KSG's offline center if you are available in Delhi, or if you are anywhere else, you can give it the KSG's offline center. Otherwise, you can write at your end and upload the question answers on the portal itself. This is the broad plan for the coming 2.5 months. If you have any kind of doubts, feel free to contact on the numbers provided and they'll connect you with me and you can ask any kinds of doubts, not a problem. But if you think that this is the manner in which you can go ahead with your PSIR preparation, then you are more than welcome to join the program. I'll try to help you as much as possible. The idea will be to keep things in a little bit informal manner, in the way in which you can understand things, you can take your doubts also, you can get the copy corrected, and then you can contact me also for certain kinds of inputs. I'll be available. I'll share my Telegram. That we'll connect through a Telegram channel also for the people who are enrolled in the particular course, and this is how we're gonna stay connected also. So from my end, I have tried to keep things very relevant from the perspective of the aspirants, because paper 1 part A is a difficult part, and then paper 2 in generally is not prepared. So it is better that you first prepare that, and then we can again come back to the IGP portion, which you in any case know, and you can anyways write something on that portion because you have certain idea from the general studies 2 perspective also. Keeping this in mind, this was a little bit something which I wanted to share with you. All the best, everybody. Please start with the preparation as soon as possible. Do not delay it. And thank you, everybody. Again, all the best.